Hello, this is Luke Yamaguchi with Gut Resolution, and in this video I want to show you how you can order a hair mineral analysis test for yourself online. So I'm going to start out with going to the website gutresolution.com, and then you can click on this tab at the top that says Lab Testing, and then if you click on this icon that says Direct Labs, that will take you to the portal through which you can order your lab test. From here I'm going to click on Order Tests, and a list of different tests will show up. The one that we're looking for is going to be the Hair Toxic and Essential Elements by Doctor's Data Kit. And so we're going to add this to our cart. And we have the Hair Toxic and Essential Elements by Doctor's Data. We'll click Next. And from here, if you've already created an account, you can just log in with your username and password. If you haven't created an account yet, you can just go down here and click Register. You would input your information and then click register and then finish checking out and pay for your lab test. This is a lab kit that will be sent to you in the mail. And the lab that does the lab test is Doctor's Data. And there'll be instructions on how to cut a small portion of your hair, how much to send. You put it in a little Ziploc bag and send it back to Doctor's Data. And then it takes a couple weeks, and then you'll get your results via email. I think in your My DLS account up here. And so we can just check and see what a sample report of this hair analysis looks like. So I just clicked on sample report, and it'll look something like this. So it'll basically show you the amount of toxic elements on the top, and then the amount of essential elements, minerals, on the bottom. And then it has reference ranges that are color-coded, so green presumably being within the normal range, and then yellow being a bit much, and then red being too much. And so I like this hair analysis. For myself, I used it to check out the levels of mercury in my hair. There's different types of mercury. The type that will show up in hair is methyl mercury, which is the type of mercury found in fish and seafood. And so I used this test basically because I wanted to know what my levels of methyl mercury are, because I've eaten a lot of fish in my day. I've lived in Japan. I've worked at a sushi bar, lived in the coast. We used to get fresh albacore every summer. Even otherwise, I would, for a period of time, ate canned sardines and tuna almost every day because I didn't know that there's actually moderate levels of mercury in these things. And so without knowing it at the time, I actually accumulated levels of mercury. And I wanted to get that checked out. So I ordered this test for myself. And I'll actually share with you my results here so you can see what they look like. And so mine came back within the normal range. It was in the green, but kind of getting close to the yellow. I just want to say that while this information can be helpful, the hair analysis is not incredibly accurate. I mean, one, it depends on how the sample was collected. Did you just take from one location? Did you take from multiple locations? And it's just not a super accurate test, but that said, it can give us some useful information. You know, if your mercury level is in the yellow or red, that's something that you definitely want to be aware of. Real quick, I'll just show you a couple other tests that you can use to look at heavy metal load that are a bit more accurate than the hair tissue mineral analysis. One is just a baseline urine sample. And so you can see that in my baseline urine sample, there was actually no mercury detected. And that just means my body wasn't excreting it at all. It was all being stored in my body. So the best way to know your heavy metal stores would be to compare a baseline urine sample with what's called a provoked or a challenge urine sample. This is where you take a heavy metal chelating agent like DMSA or DMPS, which are prescription medications, and then you collect your urine for about 6 hours afterwards, and then compare those results with the baseline urine sample. So this is my provoked urine test, and we can see that there was none in the unprovoked, but now I have mercury that's come out outside the reference range. So indeed there was some mercury accumulated in my body that was being stored that wasn't being released. Alongside that, there's borderline high levels of cadmium as well as thallium. And so these are a few of the different tests that can be used to check out heavy metal loads in the body. The provoked urine challenge, you need to work with a healthcare practitioner because they need to order the DMSA or the DMPS, the chelating agent that you'll be taking for that. And you want to be a little bit careful when you take those because if you have, for example, silver amalgams in your mouth and you take a chelating agent, it's going to chelate out the mercury in your silver amalgams into your saliva, you're going to swallow that, you're basically going to be chelating out heavy metals from your amalgams into your body. So you want to be sure to work with someone who's familiar with heavy metal testing, and just be careful and do everything the way that you should be doing them. But what you can start with just on your own, if you wanted to, is just order a hair analysis for yourself. You can check out your metal load as well as your minerals here, and that'll give you a start. I hope you found this video useful. Once again, this is Luke Yamaguchi with Gut Resolution.